Welcome to Really Cool Stuff for the Home podcast, sponsored by HomeWerks. And now with today's show on all the ways to improve your home is your host, Denise Sanchez.
So, why do you want induction, you ask? Here's the reason why. Induction is electric, but it's different than regular electric where you have the ribbons that heat the glass up, which heats the pot. On induction, it uses waves, electronic waves, that heat up the various metals inside your cooking vessel. Now, your cooking vessel could be 100 years old, but it does have to have various metal in it. You know how when you go to the Macy's or Williams-Sonoma, and they talk about the 5-ply, 7-ply, all the different things that make for good heat conductivity? That's what you want. So I just placed this on here, and it just took a minute. And my line, it took not even a minute for it to heat up. So I can put my finger right here. This is showing you that it just doesn't heat up the glass. So now, as impressive as it is with a even Steven cooking, even, you know how when you're cooking something on gas burner or an electric burner, you get those rings of bubbles. This is bubbling all the way across. But what is really fascinating to me is not only how fast it heats up, faster than gas, but look at this. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Here's the big deal. Okay, ready? It's off. So I don't have to move it out of the way, to keep it down cool. It's completely off. Look at that. There's no boiling. Now, you do have a little bit of heat transfer from here to the glass, which is warm and uncomfortable, but not enough to burn anything on. So the next thing is, when you have glass cooktops, they're pretty easy to clean unless you have a boil over, spill over, whatever. And then you got to use a little bit of elbow grease or conditioning. On this, it's just a wipe up because it doesn't burn on. Nothing gets hot enough to burn anything on. It's also 35 to 40% more energy efficient than regular gas or regular electric. And here's another thing about regular electric cooktops. When you're stewing something or simmering, you got to turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down, because it radiates. On gas, you don't have to do that, but neither do you do that on induction, because the same thing with induction, you set it and it's finite. It stays right there. So you don't have that radiating up and down. So you can keep that on low for long periods of time without worrying about that. So that's why you want induction. It makes so much sense. Even my customers that have had the big, glorious gas ranges, when they're downsizing or whatever, they're looking at something that's easier to clean, but still, responsive. They like to cook. This is it. And now everyone used to be I had to educate customers on what induction was and why they'd want it. Now they come in and they tell me they want induction because of, the food networks, HGTV, the internet. People are so smart now. But that's why. Seeing is believing. I love to show this. When I have customers come in and we're talking induction and I can tell they're not quite sure, I say, do you know why you want induction? Yeah, I think I do. Well, let me show you why. And once they see that, it's done. They're ready to go. And now with all the offerings, used to be we only had drop-in cooktops. Well, I can sell you a 48-inch range, that looks like the pro ranges. So you can still get that aesthetic if that's your desire, but you can get induction cooking. So, and the Europeans have been doing it for about 40 years now, so they do it best, and that's why you see most of the induction coming from Europe. They do a really good job of it. And they're also more sensitive to, gas pollution, energy costs, and that's why they've embraced induction. They're a lot further ahead of us on some things, and that happens to be one of them, is the cooking. So I wanted to reveal this to you to see, let you know why you want to have induction in your cooking equipment. And this is it. HomeWerks, really cool stuff for the home. We'll make your homework better for you.